This is Lutony Village, Kibingei Ward, Kimilili Sub-County in Bungoma County. You can see I am doing millet. This is millet. Of course, I have intercropped with maize, but maize is only making my boundaries to the different paddocks of millet. Millet is drought resistant crop. So for climate adaptation, millet will be helpful. But the problem is that millet being a traditional crop, you may want to call it an orphaned crop. The demand for it as a food dwindled immediately the maize that we see came. This maize is an import to Kenya, to Bungoma, indeed even to Africa. But our traditional foods were millet and sorghum. Nutritionally, millet and sorghum are superior to maize. Why do we eat sifted maize meal? It was not an African's diet to eat sifted maize meal, but it came in as an import, and we were convinced that it was probably better. The green revolution, if you want. But now with climate change, the planting of maize is becoming problematic. In this part of Kenya, we plant maize only once in a year. In 1 acre, you'll get about 10, 15 bags of maize. In 1 acre of sorghum, you'll get about 4. If it was beans, you'll get 6. Now, when you do the mathematics, you find that it is more profitable to plant the orphaned crops, millet and sorghum, than to plant maize. But because people have moved away from our brown ugali, therefore the demand for sorghum is low. Now, agripreneurship will tell you that if we have to adapt to climate, we have to go back to this millet. Now, if millet in 1 acre can give you an income 4 times, 3 times more than maize, then it will be wiser to plant sorghum and then buy your maize elsewhere. But now, how do we market sorghum? We have now to add value to sorghum. Did you know that you can make popcorns, or rather sorghum pops, millet pops? Yes, and if it becomes a breakfast or a cereal or a snack. And when packaged, that snack will have ready market locally and abroad. So I'm doing this. This is Professor Bwisa. I'm doing this as an experiment to see how I produce from this 1 acre of millet, and then I'll do the costings and be able now to advise and inform the farmer, small-scale farmer. You see, I'm talking about a small-scale farmer here. I'm not talking about the large-scale farms. In Bungoma, we have people with a half an acre, but also have people with 10 acres. I'm not talking of people with 10 acres. They are fewer, they are very few in the county. And the bottom of the pyramid have even a quarter or half an acre, 2 acres, and all that. And they are the majority. They are about 78%, the small-scale farmers. So we are saying, can we in agriculture start looking at crops that are drought resistant, but at the same time, they have more value than the traditional what we're used to, maize, which takes rather long, and I've not done the inputs and outputs and all that, but in a general manner, drought resistant. So as climate changes, we are not got pants down, so to speak. So this is my experiment. This side is what we call the Uganda millet. You see, it's darker, it's more black. And you pass on this side, you get now the Kenya variety. It is lighter, and there it is. So let us adapt to climate. Let us talk of our orphaned crops, sorghum, millet, and all those others.